All right, I'll call this meeting to order of the Fire Station Building Committee. It is Monday, October 6th. The time is 4:30 p.m. We have roll call, please.
Joe Ulick,
Present.
Jeff Matthews,
Present.
Mike Julian, Mike Langevin,
Present.
Dave Langevin,
Present.
John Chibdar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a quorum.
Okay,
Do you know anything about Mike?
I don't. I didn't hear it from him. He was off today, I know that, so.
Okay.
All right, approval of minutes, September 9th minutes. Were there any errors, omissions, changes, anything for September 9th minutes?
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Okay. So moved. All right, item number 3, review and approval of action for development project to include but not limited to project update. Rick, do you want to do that?
Sure, thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Things are moving along quite well out there. Hopefully you got my report today. The soil removal is complete. There will be some overburden that is generated from the 2 infiltration basins, but that's part of the contractor's scope. We're not anticipating, anything above and beyond that. The foundations are complete. As far as the utilities go, the underslab utilities are complete. The storm drainage, we're gonna talk about PCO4 that we talked about last month, shortly. And they're in the process of installing the front, subsurface detention, basin at this time. The front infiltrator is being installed. Water service, we'll talk about that under PCOs. The sanitary sewer is complete. Gas service, it is not installed as of yet and will not be installed until the building is constructed and to a point where they can, the gas company is comfortable. And the utility company or the utility distribution is not, has not started yet. We're waiting for final design and sign offs on that. The building slab, the admin and mezzanine areas, those slabs were poured last Friday. Everything went well. We don't expect that the apparatus bay slab will be installed until after the first of the year. Structural steel was delivered last week and erection will begin tomorrow. They're shaking out the steel today. And they'll start, I think they actually set a few columns today and they're underway with that. So that's good. And then the interior block masonry will begin next week. Everything is going well. Shop drawings and submittals are still being processed. And we have no issues to date. I did not send you the schedule update, but I will send that to you. But as it stands right now, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. My phone is doing some wonky things. We're getting into the owner's equipment at this point. We have the alerting system that we're going to begin procurement on shortly. The decon and SCBA equipment within the facility. The inroads have been made on that. We're starting to gather up all the information for those so that purchases can be made. And we're starting to talk about furniture. I know this a little early. You might think that's early, but we're trying to get that lined up. We won't need furniture. We won't need any of this, the decon or SCBA equipment till next year, but we want to get all of our parameters set now. So we know, so it's fully coordinated. And IT AV will be working on as well. So I'm hoping within the next For some of these things, we'll have them up we'll have them up firmer sooner than later. We'll firm them up sooner than later. And, like the furniture, will probably be the last item to be purchased. Again, we're not gonna need it till, next, spring, summer. So things are starting to line up well. We've had one coordination meeting with the deputy chief, and we've made the inroads with the particular veterans, and we're sort of working through that now. So more to come over the next month on those components. Any questions? I'm going fast. I'm sorry. Yes, David.
Just one quick one, and I'm going way back. We did discuss a little about the furniture, about maybe seeing with other communities, like Charlton's building their station, this one's building theirs, if we could get a better rate. Now, I get it, they probably would have to all buy in with the same thing, but I don't know, is that on the table still?
Well, we've thrown it out there to WB Mason. When we first talked about this, we had 2 or 3 facilities we were bringing online 2 years ago. Those are done and furnished and open. But we have 3 other stations that we're bringing online in the next 12 to 18 months. So we're going to try to bundle them up with these. Each department, each selection a little different, but I'm trying to navigate as much as we can, some leverage with WB Mason on that. So I've thrown it out there to them. They continue to look at things as one-offs, but we'll do the best we can.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay. Yeah, things are going well. Everybody's working well together. It's a good unit out there. And, the big thing is we need to get a couple of change orders processed or finalized so that they can be processed. And then we'll talk about that in a minute. We do have some changes that we want to talk about. The first one is for KBA. And it's for geotechnical work during construction. And I've submitted this in the package. There is a line item for this work in the budget. It's just that it never been officially awarded to KBA. So the cost is $44,160, and that includes their markup for the work.
What is that for?
It's the geotechnical monitoring during construction. So when we were going through the soils removal and getting down to sub-base material and verifying the material, the geotech was on board for all of that. It's essential. It's part of code. And they are the ones that say, okay, you've dug deep enough, or you have to dig deeper. And when they're satisfied, we can start coming back up on the site. So it's proofing all of our underground, all of our bottom of footings, and more importantly, a lot of the work was spent during the removal process for the soils that had to go off site.
If I can just add something to that. In reality, we should have sent this to you in January. I'm not sure why it wasn't. I thought it had been included in the contract, but it was pointed out to me that it wasn't. Even though we had a line item for it, we had never actually gotten the proposal approved. And we went through a little bit of a number shock when we asked the engineer to give us an updated proposal because he was doing more in the field than we originally thought he would. But after we got through that, we said, you know what? Give us a proposal based on what you've actually already done and the little bit that's left. So that was more in line with what the original estimate was, the line item. So we finally were able to put that together and get it to you. I
right, then-
apologize for the delay. It's really our fault that it was delayed. And that also means the engineer hasn't been paid. So,
So just correct me if I'm wrong. Originally, we had 40,000 set aside for this in the budget.
That's correct.
All right, and the proposal at this point is 44,160. And Michael, correct me if I'm wrong. There's also hourly adjustments because of what their original proposal was multiple years ago, as everybody else's were. Or is this just for additional scope of work?
no, that's just for CA services. There was some hourly work done at the end of last year, but there was a proposal already approved for that. In fact, I think we're actually billing the last part of that today.
I
Okay.
think, to try to clarify it, the luxury we have here is that originally they probably would have submitted a proposal and based it upon so many hours, and then we would have monitored it going forward. By the time that this was put together, all their work was done, so they charge based upon the amount of time they spent on site and doing their reports.
Yeah, the actual time.
Right. So obviously, everybody that looked at this, it's 44,160 as an amendment to the KBA contract. Obviously, there's some, like Michael said, some sticker shock there, but $40,000 was already allocated in the budget for this. So essentially, it's increasing by $4,000 and solidifying the contract. So the majority of these funds were already allocated within the budget. Does anybody have any questions on that?
I just hate that we're getting it now. I mean, we got foundation, we got steel going up now. I don't know. I'm just,
Their work is actually finished.
yeah, I'm not upset, but I'm just a little disappointed that we get this now. And I understand there's
I
a budget.
understand that, and I accept the responsibility for that. However, if we had given it to you 2 months ago, the number would have been a lot bigger. Because it was based on their estimate of what they were going to be doing in the field. Now it's based on the reality of what
So
they
what-
actually did.
What are you looking for, a motion, Joe? What are you
I say
looking
a
for?
motion to accept amendment number 8, I believe this is.
Well, it doesn't state it on there, but I believe it's Amendment 8.
Okay. So amendment 8 to the KBA contract. And the total sum is 44,160.
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion on the motion to amend the KBA contract for the geotechnical services for a lump sum amount of 44,160? And just so everyone's clear, my first comment to this was this is not another $44,000. This is the original 40 that was allocated, essentially adding 4,160. Right. Dave, you're talking, but you're on mute. You're still on mute.
The 4,160 is just gonna come out of our contingency, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion on the motion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Joe Ulick,
Yes.
Jeff Matthews,
Yes.
Mike Langevin,
Yes.
Dave Langevin,
Yes.
John Schick, they're all in favor.
Okay.
Okay, great, thank you. In your package is a copy of the change order log number 2. And we have, 2 change orders, potential change orders, number 4 and number 5. That we were hoping to have the final numbers for you this evening, but we still don't have. We're going back and forth with the contractor. They submitted us prices, the engineers and architects and Pomeroy have issued comments back. And the site contractor is repricing and looking at the work again. So the first one, the committee had approved the PCO number 4 last month on a not to exceed $25,506.09. We do not have a modified, we do not have a PCO in our hand yet that we're comfortable with, so we're still holding on that. And then PCO 5, we reported to the committee last month that this would be coming. We received it last week and issued comments back to the contractor, and we're expecting revised pricing on that. And that is $33,917.30. This is all for work in Worcester Street. And it gets quite involved because of the utilities are in the road and working around those, traffic control and so on and so forth. So we don't have an action to take this evening. I would like to recommend that, very similar to what the committee did last month with PCO number 4, prove a not to exceed, and that we would submit the final numbers when we're comfortable with them. We can submit those to the chairman and to the town manager.
Rick, correct me if I'm wrong, based on the discussions that we've had so far, is that in general, we feel that we are way off from what these should be. We've had even the water department had said that realistically, the only thing that should be in this change order is some restocking fees for a valve and then about 10 feet of additional digging. So the discrepancy comes in what they already owned in the street as part of the project and what is new additional work.
Right.
Especially with the water one, based on this outside knowledge that we're being provided with, even from the water department's opinion to this, I'm not really comfortable doing an up to amount until we get a better answer for them, because I think that my opinion is that they're trying to charge the whole job as new work. So
I don't disagree with you. That's why we haven't approved anything.
I
That's
agree
why
with you, Joe. I don't want to give it up to, I mean, let's hold them accountable for the work they're doing, but not already done. So I am not gonna vote to give an up to price.
So the downside to doing that is that we'll end up having to post a meeting as soon as we have some type of financial document with whatever the end amount is. And this is essentially critical work at this point. They are holding up other stuff because this hasn't been done yet. One of the critical things that's being held up is the designs for the sprinkler system, because the sprinkler company doesn't want to submit their designs until they have flow tests once the water tie-in is connected to the Mechanic Street side, and then they can redo their flow test. So if we hold off on this, we're going, as soon as we have some type of resolution to it, we will have to have a meeting to make an approval on it, because they're gunning to go and get this work done to get everything on the site, especially before the snow flies.
I'm good with that.
Is there anything else that I missed on it, Rick?
No. I feel that the contractor is holding us, holding it over our heads, knowing that we're eager to get to work.
All right, so we'll hold that for the time being, and we'll bring it up once we have a reasonable number. I don't
Yep.
know. I don't know how reasonable it's going to be, but it's going to be more reasonable than it is. All right, that's what we got for PCOs right now.
Joe,
Yeah, Mike, go ahead.
who fights for our side? Rick, do you
Uh,
do that?
Rick,
Yep.
Larry, and Michael.
Okay.
And-
Oh,
All right. So we're in good hands.
Yeah.
yeah, and the
Okay.
engineers, GGD has been involved in it. A lot of people have reviewing it. And
Okay.
basically, I agree with Joe. I think they have not adequately estimated the work they already own. It just seems like they're just out to, cover all of the cost of the work.
Okay.
So we're pushing back.
Okay.
All right.
So we do have a budget update for you. Update number-
Rick,
You're
Yeah.
very muffled.
yeah, your phone's awful. But can I add, Rick, what time did you send the documents out?
Sent them out this morning, late morning.
Yeah, because I looked at, I think around 11 o'clock and I didn't see anything yet. But I don't know. I've asked before if we could get them before, because I drive school bus and I don't have time. I get off the school bus at 4. I come home. I don't have time to look at it then to make some good decisions. I'm going, and I trust you guys, but I'm going all on what you say. I don't look at a thing because I don't get it in a timely manner. Can we please try to get stuff earlier?
And I completely appreciate what you're saying, if you can hear me. I think the issue that we're having here is that we're having meetings on Mondays. And the only way that I can get you the documents sooner than midday Monday is on Friday. And I'm still waiting for invoices. I'm waiting for people to respond. Things are still in works. So my suggestion would be that we move our meetings off of the first Monday of the month, maybe the second month of the month. Because, this is closed. Invoice is closed.
Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever.
We're gonna have to
Look,
move them around.
Rick, the problem that we may run into though is the warrant schedule.
Well, there's only so much I can do, Joe, as far as juggling.
Yeah.
Like as an example, I just, we just got the BDS's invoice, which is quite frankly early, because usually they're not submitted to the, second weekend of the month. So I'm gonna have to work through a schedule because I'm doing the best that I can to get you the information as soon as possible, but having, getting things out on Monday, the only way to avoid that is to get them out on Friday. And in many cases, the information is stale by the time.
For instance, this week, the contractor, the person who notarizes their rec was missing on Friday, so we didn't get the final one until Monday. The number was right, but the document was wrong.
Let me work to see what we can do to move up on Monday. I'm working on Sundays and I don't really want to do that.
Nah, I don't expect you to do that.
I completely appreciate it. I wouldn't want to be, I want to see the material too if I was in your position.
Now, Rick, just for the sake of discussion and say the information comes in late, does that put us in any bad position as far as the 15 days making payment? You know, if they're not getting us the information to follow our warrant schedule, does that still become our problem or theirs?
It depends on when the architect signs the payment application, because it's due after it's been authorized.
Okay.
Let me look at our schedules and see what we can do to make it a little, make the information flow stream a little bit better for you.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right. So you said you had the budget update to do?
Does everybody see budget update number 4?
It was in the document packet that did go out, so.
So the only change for the month is $4,160. That line 48, the geotechnical during construction was increased. It was increased from 40,000 to 44,160, and this is what we had. This is what we talked about earlier. So that change goes against our contingency. The contingency started the month at $164,677, and it with the $4,160 adjustment, it goes down to $1,160,517.
And just to give you the background on where we were with being able to sign the contract originally at the $20 million cost, and then accounting for the money that was set aside in free cash, there's effectively $160,000 left over before we touch that million in free cash. And obviously, we'll make our best efforts not to do so, but that's where we stand right now. So there's still about 160,000 in our original contingency before we touch the free cash. Any other questions on the budget?
I agree. If we can keep it without touching that $1 million free cash, that would be awesome. I know where we could use it.
All right. Moving on to the invoices, Rick, or do we have anything else you need to go over?
I'm not sure if you traditionally vote to approve the budget update or not, but I think it would be appropriate.
Okay. So I'll entertain a motion to accept the updated budget report number 4.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
All right.
As far as invoices go, the first invoice we have is for PDS. Payment application number 4. And the amount is,
Rick, I'm just going to read these out because you're so muffled they can barely understand what you're saying. Can you guys hear me all right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So PDS, it's payment application number 4, and it is in the amount of $1,215,116.94.
What's that?
Somebody spoke, but I didn't catch it.
Yeah, what is that for, Joe?
So this includes what PDS is paying out for wages. It also includes the steel. We ended up having Larry from Pomeroy and go down to visit PDS's site where the steel was to verify the steel. Is concrete in this as well, Rick, or no?
yeah, concrete, all of the trades, any trades that are working on the job site for the month. We have plumbing, electrical.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Any other discussion on the motion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Joe Ulick,
Yes.
Jeff Matthews,
Yes.
Mike Langevin,
Yes.
Dave Langevin,
Yes.
John Chugda, all in favor.
Next item I have is Yankee Engineering and Testing. The billing date is 9/29/25 and it is invoice 34506. And there is hourly rates on this for a soil technician and an on-site meeting. And the invoice is in the amount of $480.
So moved.
Motion? Do I have a second?
Second.
Wait,
Motion and a
so,
second.
okay, discussion.
Yep.
So we needed KBA's engineer. We paid, who did we pay originally for the site, soil testing? What was their names?
Let me clarify. The geotechnical engineer is not testing the soil. He's looking at when they excavate to see if what's left is acceptable, or they have to go down further to get solid ground. This guy is testing the compaction after they fill it in and compact it to make sure it's compacted. It's a compaction test.
Got a
And
lot.
we secured their services early on in the process for this testing. So this is something that was in the budget.
I'm good with it.
All right. Any other discussion on the motion? Seeing and hearing none, roll call, please.
Joe Ulick,
Yes.
Jeff Matthews,
Yes.
Mike Langevin,
Yes.
Dave Langevin,
Yes.
John Chugda, all in favor.
Next invoice I have is from Castle Booze Associates. This is invoice number 21041.00-28, dated September 29th, 2025, in the amount of $37,077.25. This does include the additional $4,000 from LGCI.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Is there any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Joe Ulick,
Yes.
Jeff Matthews,
Yes.
Mike Langevin,
Yes.
Dave Langevin,
Yes.
John Chugda, all in favor.
Next invoice is Pomeroy Associates. Invoice number 21.106.0-23, dated 10/5/2025, in the amount of $37,333.88.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Motion and a second. Is there any discussion on the motion?
Can you give me that number one more time, Joe?
$37,333.88.
Thank you.
There's no other discussion. Roll call, please.
Joe Ulick,
Yes.
Jeff Matthews,
Yes.
Mike Langevin,
Yes.
Dave Langevin,
Yes.
John Chugda, all in favor.
Those are the invoices I have. an open item, a thing that I wanted to discuss with the committee. There was a PPP meeting that was held last week to discuss the potential of the town of Southbridge entering into a regional dispatch project where they would take the dispatching out of the Southbridge Police Station, and it would go into a regional center where multiple communities would be included in that. Obviously, that is its own separate issue, but it was brought up during the discussion of this. I was not present for the meeting. I finally watched it myself last night, and a counselor pointed out that our committee lacked vision and competence because we did not include a dispatch center in this facility. I think everyone has worked far too hard over the last 5, 10, and a couple of people in case 20 years for us to be commented about like that, especially when we were not present. The town manager did try to clarify a little bit about things, but my intent is to speak under Citizens Forum tonight and bring that point up and say and remind the council that our original program called for 36,000 square feet, and we're building 27,000 square feet, and we had to make hard decisions about things that would and would not be included in the facility. And I think it would have been poor judgment for us to include the multiple thousands of square feet that it would be to include a dispatch center when it was not part of our operations. So I'm going to throw it out to you for a discussion there of whether or not you want me to do that or whether or not you want me to just leave it alone.
Absolutely do it. I'm in favor of this committee drafting a letter to said counselor with all the hours that were put in so far to make this building what it is, and for him to grandstand and say what he did is a slap in the face.
Yeah, if I could be there, Joe, I would be there for you to support you on that. That's just throwing out innuendos of things. If he really cared, he would have attended all our meetings to see what we really did, not just pull things out and just throw it out there and see if it sticks. That's an insult to all of us that, I mean, really first you, because you work so hard, but everyone else on the committee too, that is really fully invested in this. Again, and I hope the regional dispatch does pass for you guys because it's a no-brainer. But that's a whole nother subject we could talk about all by itself about brains. So
Yeah, we're not going to talk
yes, I
about that
support
there.
you. No, I support you 100%.
Anybody else have any thought or comment on it?
Yeah, thank you for doing that and representing the committee and clarifying it. Thank you.
All right, that's all I have. When do we want to shoot for our next meeting, Rick?
I don't have a calendar in front of me, but bear with me.
Rick, it's the chief. Do you have a copy of the warrant calendar for the town?
All right, the warrant calendar for November is the 6th. So that would put us on either the 3rd or the 4th in order for them to have enough time.
But then they do a warrant every 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, so November 6th and November 20th.
Well, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to think about it. it's getting all of the documents, all the invoices, the November 1st, I won't have the invoices until Monday. So,
Rick, would it be okay if Joe, you and I talk tomorrow, probably in the afternoon, if you have some time available, just to set a timeline to set the day? I know what you're saying, and we want to be in timely with getting these guys the information.
are you suggesting that we meet? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the three of us, and we can go over the timeline and see where we're at.
Okay.
I mean, for the sake of discussion right now, do we want to just say tentatively the 5th? Which is a Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would probably work better, because we could do the approvals on Wednesday night, Thursday morning, get everything put into the system and sent off. That if that's I don't think that's too time consuming for us on our end from Munis and all that stuff. So we should be good there.
Okay.
All right. So remote meeting still tentatively November 5th, 2025. Same time, everybody? 4:30 is all right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you everyone for your time tonight.